So I'm Jen Polk. I'm here at the HA. I live in Toronto, and I'm one half of the company Beyond the Professoriate, and it's run by 2 history PhDs. And then I also have my own business called From PhD to Life. So that's where a lot of people know me. Twitter, @From PhD to Life.
What do you tell people when they walk up to the booth?
Absolutely. So we're here as Beyond the Professoriate. I'm just pointing at the booth. And that is primarily about you have a PhD, you can't work as a professor, you don't want to work as a professor, now what? And so we're all about offering you a crash course in doing something else. Our conference is every May. It's online, it's inexpensive, right? Super accessible. Panel discussions on day 1, and day 2 is professional development, how to write a resume, how to interview, how to network, right? Specifically for PhDs.
How long have you been in business?
This will be our 4th year for Beyond Prof, and then I think Marin and I both have been around for about 3.5 years. 3.5 years.
So your timing is perfect because the job market in that period has just gone way down.
It's terrible. Yeah, and my business partner Marin has been involved in the stats research for the Chronicle of Higher Ed and also for the American Historical Association, so she knows. It's really tough out there. It's really tough out there.
Well, what hope do you offer people that they can find an alternative career?
Yeah, I mean, we know from stats that people with PhDs are employed. It may take a while, but they do get jobs. And as Marin always says, they don't die, right? So, we want to be honest with people that this process can take a while, and it's not easy, but we want to offer resources to make it go quicker, support, help, encouragement, and a network of other people. I think a huge stumbling block for folks is that they only know professors. And it's so important to have a network when you're working outside the academy. So let's introduce you to a whole bunch of people, let's get your creative juices flowing so that you can start thinking further outside the box. Let's get you networking, right? Let's get you professional job documents, so that you can then take the steps that you need to take to move on, to get paid to do something that's fun for you.
All right, now you said it may take a long time. Define that.
Yeah, I'm sort of vague on that because we don't really know. We don't have good numbers on this, but my sense is that for folks that are changing careers, that can take a couple, 2, 3, 4 years to really get going. Now that doesn't mean like 5 years of unemployment, but it's important for folks to remember that your next job is not going to be your last job. And when you're changing careers, I do like to use that term, I think that is the right term, you may start lower down than you'd like, but if you're in a place that fosters you, that can help you develop, you'll move up quickly. Because, you're not 23, right? You can read and write and solve problems, but there is, legitimate business information or industry-specific information that you don't know until you learn it. So, start lower down, but 6 months later, you may be promoted. We see that a lot.
What's the saddest story that you've heard?
The saddest story?
Yeah. Of a historian who earned their PhD and they've just hit roadblock after roadblock. Any come to mind? People your heart just went out to?
Yeah, some of the hardest stories is, maybe it's counterintuitive, but I think, Marin and I work with professors, so people that have been in the academy for a number of years and they need to change. And they need to change either because they don't get tenure, although that's, I think less common. I think it's more common for people to decide this isn't for them. And that's tough. It's tough. The longer you're in a career, maybe the harder it is to switch because you don't have the networks and you just don't have the knowledge about different industries. And of course, if you do have a job as a professor, you're busy. Yeah, so that can be tough. That can be tough. But everyone's story is different, and we don't die, and there's other things to do. So I think build your confidence up and talk to people, and just keep moving forward. Get the support you need to do that. Take those risks. What else is there to do, right? We're stuck. We're all gonna make a living.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.